What up? We back. Welcome
Yo,
to
yo, yo,
Ahead of the
yo.
Curve episode.
Somewhere in there, like
Like any somewhere between
we,
5 and 10.
we was somewhere in there. But I'm sorry we're not keeping it in chronological order for you, but you'll figure it out as time goes by. Consider, make whatever episode your favorite episode, and that do it that way.
Yeah, and
But
now we also just started. We are going to be uploading a little bit more consistently with everything. We finally got the ball rolling. I mentioned it a little bit. I got it tore apart right now, but we able to upload now, and I think we are gonna try once we. I think as this week progresses, we're gonna kind of determine. I think we determine Tuesdays at like 7 a.m. That way, you guys, it's morning. So if you want to listen to it on the way to work, or I don't know, you go to the gym early, you can listen to it then. I don't know. I know a lot of people that listen to like ebooks, podcasts at the gym, or at least in the car too. So if you really don't feel like just taking out 2 hour, an hour and some change of your day, or a little shorter, just play our video while you're doing something in the background.
yep, I listen to podcasts actually. Gym, yeah, like when you're walking, I walk a short distance, maybe like 20, 30 minutes. That's always good. But the problem is that I hate starting stuff and not being able to finish it. That's annoying. So, uh, oh, another thing I learned too, like I think I sent you the video already, or I'll text you on it. These videos, even though they're so long, the way Riverside allows us to go ahead and just they clip so many, so it's like you're showing the show within like I don't know 30 different clips. It's pretty cool. I said yeah. And plus that'll go ahead and help us um, increase our engagement.
Yeah, that's true. And it takes some of the load off of us because I know we can have AI do it, and Riverside does make it pretty easy, but editing can take some time. And not to say this will never be edited. We'll probably I may outsource this, or if we can get AI to do it, it'd be kind of cool to have like a little intro and outro to our podcast. But
You
that's
know,
stay tuned, soon to come.
and I say this again too. Like they even had we're gonna have to upgrade to. Like, well, here eventually, I'm sure Riverside's gonna be one of our sponsors because we use it, we talk about
We
it
hype them
greatly.
up a lot too.
Um, it's nice. It is nice. I'm about to actually, since you guys are, I want to show. You get to see what's going
Yeah,
on in
and
the
it's
background.
funny too because we'll sit here and start talking, and then like for example today just now I'd had an inkling of a feeling that Brody was gonna spit some absolute heat. So I literally interrupted him in the middle of a sentence and was like, "Bro, should we record?" And he was like, "Yeah, probably." So
Yeah,
welcome. We
because
was just talking about work, and it's a perfect segue to what he wanted to talk about.
yeah. Even while I go ahead and I play around with this, and I know you, I can see that you guys can see this. I'm gonna
Yeah, we
close
can see
this.
you good.
But yeah, Meta AI, those little it looks very, very similar to ChatGPT too. As I was looking at it, but it had like pre prompts, and that was one of them. Which that one with the vintage commercial that came out pretty well.
I like the way that looked. That had a cool vibe to it, and you don't see a lot of stuff like that. Like it's just it's it captures attention really well, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too. It kind of what it does is that it takes all the information from your Instagram page and it kind of correlates it together from your posts and whatnot and what you have. Which I was like, oh, okay. So it's like it kind of like making a animated It was made. It was the one I used. Was just that one, and it was already a pre-prompt option. But if you can actually be creative and think of different things, it's gonna tell them what you can actually do. Which I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
So and now it brings it maybe because I see the thumbnail option in Co-Creator right now for you. Maybe we limited with our version to like one a day.
I mean, I don't even know. We upgrading though. To have a limit for like $10 is ridiculous. It's $10 because we're not on the annual. We're on the monthly. So, but it's only $10. So we're definitely about to upgrade because the thumbnails are so needed. Like we can do
I
it.
love, dude, I love it the way that they turned out. Even the one chat created, but I have a feeling you just kind of said or gave ChatGPT, the first one was like, hey, can you make a thumbnail like this based off
Yeah,
of this
and
description?
then exactly that's exactly what it did too. Which it did a good job too. We even put
It
extra stuff in
did.
the bottom. Like it did better than it did better than Riverside. But also I believe it did better than Riverside because I'm not. I keep forgetting that I'm paying for it, so it probably is not limited to me to a certain I don't know
File
month or
size,
yeah
times a day.
something like
Yeah.
yeah. But it came out real good. But look at this. You see, can you see this?
Yeah, improved sound.
So over here on the right hand side, then you have AI tools, and then this is where you can go ahead and
Dude,
remove.
that's exactly what I did for episode 2. I literally just clicked
Oh,
remove
you found it?
pauses.
Yeah,
That's all I did. I didn't want to do anything else because you are right. We don't need to really cut it down too much. We can just kind of keep the speed the way it is, but removing the pauses made it seem it flowed so nice and easy.
yeah. It edits the video. Like I'm like, damn, like this is nice. Like because it really does real time edit. Like this is, oh man, this is real nice. And this comes to a point where I guess now we bring up another good point um, because I was going ahead and I was going through my AI tools today. Which ones I wanted to go ahead and kind of like learn and kind of really really master. Which comes to the question that I sent you in text. Because I guess Ty updated his one of his programs, and I listened to a video that I never heard before. He was talking about being locked in. He said if you could be locked in for 2 years, he said it takes 2 years. He said you lock in for 2 years, and it takes 2 years to get noticed. He said it, you won't see your results for about 18
Your
months to
question
two
tripped
years.
me up, man. I was sitting there thinking about it for a long time. I was like, man, just one thing. And my answer was health, but that was like I don't know. There's just so many ways to look at the question. There's so many buckets of life. It's like, okay, finance, you got relationships, religion, if that applies to you, health and fitness. Like, there's just so many different things. And I was trying to think of something that benefited a lot of those buckets. And I was like, okay, well, working out's good. It boosts your confidence, your health, health is wealth. You can't use the millions of dollars you make if you're, I don't know, very crippled and can't get out of bed most days. Like it,
I agree.
you
I
know.
agree. I
But
do.
there's just so many good ways and so many answers that I think are really good to that question. Were you able to answer it yourself, or like, did you think about it for a while?
Yeah, I did, and I did and I didn't at the same time. See, the answer came to me quick, and then I said, "Yeah, yeah, that's." But it was too broad, so I had to go ahead and kind of get it more distinct, and so I can go ahead and really,
Is this going to be
understand.
something applicable? Like, are you about to take this and try and do something consistently for the next 2 years?
I've already been doing it. To be honest, it's AI. Like, so but AI is too broad. AI is too broad of a industry because yeah, it's like yeah I'm totally entwined with the concept and the using of the tools and the understanding of it and where it's gonna go in the future, etc., etc. But I can't be the master of AI. Like first, and it has to be practical too. It has to be not practical. It has to provide results. So I'm like, okay, I need to go ahead, which in our world is money, like it's income. Like with that being said, there is ways to go ahead and make money with AI. Like there's tons of. I keep looking at it every single day. Like so, I'm like, all right, cool. Like
It's
but
surprising too. I mean, because the way AI really is applicable to everything these days, it's like, whoa, why aren't I applying this?
like why aren't I? And that's it's but you can know of it like it can be in because AI is simply a tool like that's all it is. It's not a concept, it's just a tool, right? But depending on how well you can use that tool it will, and what problems you can solve with that tool determines on how well you can go ahead and get paid from that tool using that tool.
Yeah, you can't make money off of something you don't know anything about.
Use it,
because then that's
you need to know what it
gambling.
can do. Yeah, yeah. You definitely need to know how it can go ahead and solve a problem, which is I won't. I think it's July now. Today, what's it? It's July 8th. It's July 8th, 2026. Like, so we're in halfway. We're in the third quarter of 2026. Like the beginning of the third quarter. Like the year has gone.
Dude,
And
dude, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like it's mind blowing because, dude, July 6th was my 23rd birthday. I
man,
was
happy
like, bro,
belated,
I'm
man.
23. I was like, dude, I'm 23. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those milestones. It's like, okay, yeah, I knew, it's 2027, 2028, but like age is right there, it's always going to increase by one. It's like, whoa, I need to get
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, it's nothing you can do about. It's nothing we can do about time going by. Like it's nothing you can do. Like it's but you have to. I think being aware of it is actually the biggest help for anyone. It's like you need to be aware that our time is finite. It's definitely not. We just don't have all the time in the world. And I think that's kind of what in the back of my mind, like it's like like 'cause you know when once again when you're ahead of the curve, when you know there's a tool ahead of the curve. This is what so we're saying this now in July 8th. So 2026. I'm telling you, AI, and which is not something that is unknown, is gonna be one of the gold rushes of the 21st century. It's it's gonna 100%. It's gonna make more millionaires and millionaires. It's don't get me wrong. Millionaires are nice. It's gonna be a very nice lifestyle. But to make $1 million is not that hard anymore. It won't be. Not in
Nope.
the technical world. Not when you have a digital product. It's not. Um, Not when you got social media, not when you want digital, not when everybody loves to be entertained, not when you're able to go ahead and make AI models, not when you're able to go ahead and make a whole cinematic anime just off of Higgsfield. No.
Yeah, dude, it really is. Like, if you want to compare it, like, it's a revolution. I think some people have already coined the term like AI revolution, but this is completely changing the game. Like, we've mentioned it before, and we're going to continue to talk about skills because it's going to be really important to distinguish yourself and remain afloat while the rest of the world that isn't versatile in AI sinks. But you know, it it's going to affect your leisure, like, dude, the entire economy, if you can't already tell, it's changing. There's an increasing gap in the social and tax brackets. There's so many different things changing. It's leveling out the playing field, yeah, but it's that S curve. It's like, all right, so there's the early innovators, and then you got the laggers. Early innovators are normally like the multi-millionaire, billionaire corporations, and they get their hands on AI first, for example. They got to the gold before everybody else. They did. I'm not saying there's not any gold left, and it's definitely not too late, but
Ooh, ooh, it's not. Ooh, no, no, it's not too late. No, you okay? No, but you're right though. But of course, it's like that with anything. They have because they have the resources to
they
go
have the
ahead and of
time and the
course,
money.
yeah, like and that's gonna be the first people that owners and Anthropic and Cloud go to, like the enterprises. Like it's built to go ahead and make business more efficient. That's the main thing. I'm, I think the biggest thing when AI is when it's gonna come to entertainment, it's gonna be actual entertainment. That's what AI is gonna do for the, I guess the artistic side of it, which is like to be to make a to turn. It's I can't, and this is why I said like I want to when we talk about locked in. It's like all right, cool, like when we talking about locked in 2 years, like this is all you do, like and not to where like you can't have a life. And this is exactly this coming from what what he was talking about, the talk he had. He said like, but to know that the only thing that you do really is just this one thing. He made an example of how his brother was coding with Claude, He said he wakes up. He said he's on Twitter. He said he goes and he said he's on cloud. He has 9 monitors. He said he goes to the gym for 45 minutes. He said he doesn't have a job. No, he not that he doesn't have a job, but he doesn't have a normal 9 to 5. So whatever the case may be, he's locked in for like, and that's what he does. Of course, he has a social life, but he's learning how to go ahead and use Cloud Code, I believe, and that's what he's doing. And of course, I remember I had a talk with him probably about, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago, and he was actually very well versed in Cloud Code. He was running a little talk. I think it was probably earlier this year, but you could see the result. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense because he was locked in, and he's still locked in using Cloud Code, and they were making apps. They were going ahead and they were having mainly making apps, which I think, which of course is an income producing, type of assets. I'm like, all right, okay, all right. Hey, just had me thinking. Or,
Yeah,
like,
and you bring up a good point too. AI does benefit businesses tenfold more than it benefits a consumer. I
yeah,
think from
100%.
a business, like from an like if you look in outside, like inside from the outside, and you're looking at a business use AI and then a person use AI, that business is going to benefit so much more just because there's so much more to like it. There, like I guess it's resources. A business has more resources, more time, more money, more people than an individual does. I'm not
Yeah,
saying that you should stop using AI, but if you're just looking at a random consumer, okay, they go to work 9 to 5, they eat some dinner, and then they watch some TV. You're just probably using AI to, and you shouldn't because of course it uses a lot of water, and we still got Google. But I mean, it, talk to AI about like, hey, what should I get for dinner tonight? Like, cool,
you
it's
know,
helping you, but that's not making you any money. So you just kind of gotta. And I'm not gonna say. Let me reframe this. It's not gonna benefit you as much if you have a consumer mindset as it would if you have an entrepreneurial mindset. I think that's a better way than saying it than just breaking it up even between a random person or business.
yeah, yeah, I agree because everybody doesn't want to everybody doesn't have to be an entrepreneur, own a business, or you can genuinely. I don't think that. All right, look, check this out because I was gonna say some bullshit. I had to stop myself. I,
Now I want to know what you was about to say, but
I was gonna say like, no, it's true that everybody does not have to be an entrepreneur, and you can just simply be an employee. Like you can work for somebody else. It's actually good to work for somebody else. But some of these jobs coming up are not gonna be available anymore. So if you want to keep the current job that you know really ain't, I mean, I won't say the job ain't. But if your job can actually be if your job can be replaced by AI, you need to get your shit together and learn the tool of how to go ahead and do it before the tool comes to you. That way you can be like, yeah, I'm already using that, so you don't need to take me out. I actually would just make sure that it doesn't do this. So my side would be okay because you know that data tech, data analysis, inputting, call taking, the tools that I could make. Let's say lead to speed, emails. Yeah, all that's gone. Yeah, all of that's gonna be once businesses get comfortable with using it and somebody's able to make that tool like super user friendly and sell it in a package. Yeah, most of y'all jobs are gonna be mine's too. Honestly, that's why I keep on. I know my job is gonna be replaced, so I'm trying to replace myself from my job before I'm actually replaced from the job. While I'm still within the company, I'm just they won't let me connect cloud to their computer shit. But as
yeah,
soon as
and
they do,
I've learned it too, and it does make a lot of sense because those are general databases. So if you were to go ahead and put like customer information in there, then it just goes straight to be like, okay, yep, it's in the cloud.
yeah.
So
And so I
I get
told
it at
yeah,
one point, and
yeah, I
you know
get it.
what? That's a good thing to bring up. AI is taking away a lot of jobs, but it's also going to create a hell of a lot of jobs. The
Mm,
partners on our floor at AT&T at the building or the campus we work at, we're right next to our cybersecurity team. Their team is growing rapidly because there's a large need for it. I'm not saying
yeah,
AI is safe, like that's cool, but you can do a lot with AI, and if it falls into the wrong hands, I mean, which it already has in the past previously. There's no way we're human. Not even we're not all good.
Yeah.
E- Eve ate the apple. Like if somebody sees something in an opportunity, they're gonna take it. And AI makes it so much easier to take an opportunity if you simply know how to prompt. If you know how
Done.
to prompt well. And I feel like this kind of goes back to what me and Ryan were just talking about with the Riverside versus ChatGPT. I wanted to bring it up to him, but I kind of didn't want to flame him. I was going to tell him that you probably gave ChatGPT a better prompt than you did Riverside when we wanted to go through with the thumbnail. So I bet Riverside is just as good at making thumbnails. You were just a little more specific with chat.
He probably you know what, you're probably right too, because the thumbnail was just a simple prompt. It said create a thumbnail. So it was already the pre-prompt. Yeah, I upload the picture, and then
Yeah,
I
you
gave it
gave you
more
gave
detail.
ChatGPT
I gave it more
context.
detail. Yeah, I did. You're probably right, which is the reason why it probably came out the way it did. Yeah, yeah, you
Like if
make
you
a
had
good
a
point.
if you took a picture from YouTube and instead of just clicking like a quick action button to create a thumbnail, if you typed out a prompt and like you told it, "Hey, mimic the style of blank on YouTube and make a thumbnail for this video," I bet it would have did pretty good.
Yeah, I think you're right, because all I did was I just actually just used the once again the presets. I didn't even know that was gonna make that when I pushed that button. Honestly, I'm like, oh, use this. This looks good. So yeah. I agree with you on that one.
Now that itself, we were talking about like skills, staying ahead of the curve with AI. AI prompting is a fantastic, I think, field that will be extremely big here. I mean, it's already really big and there's courses and everything, but I mean, I almost feel like I should go ahead and start a little virtual series, like a 5 episode series on my personal brand, just literally giving you a different tip each day to help your Chat GPT prompts. Because,
Yeah, if you can, yeah, yeah.
like back to the
I
whole
would say
entrepreneur versus like consumer mindset, if you know
told you.
what you're going for
Yeah.
and you know how to use it, you're just going to benefit from it so much more.
Mhm. Oh yeah, definitely. Like I say, do it. Like at this point, I say experiment. Like experiment. Yeah, do the prompts, because, and I don't know if you noticed, but the ones that work the best, kind of like what you just said, 5 best prompts. Like those are kind of like those copyrights, or those captions, the thumbnails. I can't remember what the marketing term was that they went throwing around. Those are appealing. Those grab people more attention.
The
Those
hooks
grab
are like the
people's
visual
attention more.
cue.
Hooks. Boom, that's what it's called. The hooks. Those are hooks. Like top five prompts to go ahead and make and use ChatGPT more efficiently. All of those stay catching my eyes. And also, do you know how much money they make by just doing like that? Copywriters.
A tier, yeah, literally just like a tier list of rate, like literally just opinions and recommendations.
Like just, I mean, just no, I mean like just writing hooks like that,
Oh,
like,
really?
man, listen, because it's not easy. It's not. It's now with ChatGPT, it is actually digital marketers and no, I'm sorry, copywriters. And once again, I just learned this from the talks and the meeting that I went to. Um, they first off they get bread, like, because it's marketing. So marketing is always a dumb amount of money associated when it comes to marketing.
Yep. And
Um,
an easy way to think about it too is marketing is all about making money. So how would you not make money by making money? It's a really easy way to break down how marketing is profitable. So if you
yep.
think that's a dying business or something like that, even with AI, you're completely wrong. You just got to adapt with AI and continue to do your job even better.
Man, listen, marketing is so much more fun now because you have AI. You can turn anybody can have a commercial. We can have commercials now if you wanted to. Like, we can straight up just make a commercial and just run that. And the commercial we're not even selling. It's just a commercial, which is, I said, and I just seen this today. What program did I see this on? I think it's Higgsfield. But I also they're on Instagram, so I need to go back and look at that. But yeah, like the availability that captures people's attention, to capture people's attention, which is what advertisers pay. Like, is is phenomenal now. And honestly, it depending on the platform and how you're using it, where you use it at, will determine how much money you could make. So you gotta. So right now, let's go ahead. We might as well. I'm gonna put it in the middle. Hi, my name is Ryan Williams, and I'm an Instagramaholic. I get on Instagram way too much more than someone actually should, and I try to put it down, but I can't. I'm addicted to fucking Instagram. I,
Addicted to
it,
giving people my attention.
it's so annoying too. Like, cause I'm over here watching now cat videos are getting my attention.
Oh, dude,
I'm
the AI generated videos.
no real cats. Like I'm just straight up just cats. Like just I like cats. I've always liked
Me
cats.
too.
So
I'm a
so
cat person over dogs. I love dogs. Don't get me wrong, but man, I love a good cat.
man, I love cats, and Instagram knows this, so it keep on getting me. So I'm at so so I will say that yeah, like I think let's go ahead and see. Let's see how many people actually uses Instagram has. I think
It's just weird now too because with Meta doing its thing, like Instagram and Facebook really seem like they're becoming so intertwined.
uh, yeah, it is actually it is, which is a good thing for business. It's a great thing for business to have
It
both of them
is.
connected. How many? Let's see
Because fun
how
fact,
many
if y'all
is.
don't know this, if you have an Instagram and a Facebook account, you can simultaneously upload something to the same, like to both accounts at the same time from one area. Like if I make an Instagram post, it'll go directly to Facebook.
Damn, no wonder people make so much money. Why didn't I look this up before?
But dude,
Okay.
yeah, no, so I think you can only do it with one account, but well, actually, I don't know. Let me see. No, you can do
What?
multiple accounts. Never
Oh
mind.
yeah, I got like six accounts. I have a six. They're all connected to your one Instagram account, which
Yup.
is what. Now this is what I have learned. If one of your accounts, I'm gonna let you know right here ahead of time. Anybody that are dealing with Instagram or plan on using Instagram to advertise, like to boost your whatever, boost your post, whatever it may be. If one of your accounts gets restricted, that account is done. And you're gonna have to go ahead and probably, you will, not probably, you're gonna have to go ahead and just get a new device or get a new phone and create your Instagram account on that one because your IP is connected to that account. So you need to
Dude,
make a
oh my
brand new
God, yeah,
account.
that explains so much because dude, my mom got like banned off one of the social medias and like she literally couldn't get it back. And it was literally because like she just did everything she could. She essentially just had to use her second phone.
That's just so I'm letting you know. Once again, stay ahead of the curve. If that's if you I restricted one of my accounts. I was making AI models, and I restricted it because too many hashtags. I think hashtags did it. I didn't know you can only put 5 hashtags. So now my automated posts have more than 5 hashtags, and I think hashtags did it, and it restricted the shit out of that account. And no matter what I do, that's a wrap. I can't go ahead and get that account to if I want to boost post on that is to advertise for that account. So yeah, that's that. A quick lesson. But
How many users we got on Instagram?
damn, there are 3 billion active monthly users on Instagram.
That means half the world at least once a month goes on Instagram. And if you go on Instagram at least once a month, it's more than once a month.
Damn. Ooh, 3
So,
billion.
what about Facebook? Dude, I think Facebook might be close to like five. I don't even know if 5 billion people have access to the. Oh, yeah, no, we talked about that.
Facebook has approximately 3.07 billion. They are playing.
Really?
They because Instagram. Now this is what I've learned from my experience with Instagram, and these are actually great talks. Like we can actually let's talk about how what platforms are the main go tos just by social bias. Because the only reason why I'm on them because other people's on them.
Yep.
I'm not a poster, so taking pictures and selfies and I have quick note: I don't have any pictures of myself at all throughout my life because I just never took pictures of myself. Any pictures that are out there of me because somebody else took them. I don't
Yo,
have
never, Brody never has taken it. Nobody has ever done that right there.
like listen, man, I got no the pictures that I don't have any pictures of myself. Not when pictures actually meant something. Like you be like, oh yeah, like you was here. And even when I go places, when I travel, I don't take pictures of myself. I'm always taking pictures of other things.
Everything
Hence
else.
the reason why. Well, nah, I'm lying. Well, yeah, the reason why I got that little wonderful little
Dude, the Insta
Insta
360s
360.
are so, oh, that is so cool, bro. I'm loving that
Yeah,
already.
yeah, the Insta 360. I'm like, you know what? I might as well just stick to what I do anyway. I'm taking pictures of wherever I'm going, so I might as well, you know. But yeah, like taking pictures of myself, nah, not at all. Like, so my pictures are very limited. But to have 3 point, to get to the point of what I was trying to go ahead and say, because I actually got distracted. Um,
Happens a lot, y'all. We good though.
the I when I first started, I used Facebook, but then I stopped using Facebook because Facebook just got. I don't know. Facebook just talked about stuff that really I was not interested in.
Facebook was really
That's
dude. If Facebook gets really political and like you, if you get on like Facebook at all, you're bound to like see very strong opinions, and it's just like sometimes it's very trendy too.
yeah, yeah.
And not to say all social media is, we're about to, oh my God, we're about to bring up so many names, but like all the big businesses, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or X, my bad. I still call it Twitter. I have a really hard time calling it X. I don't know why, but
I mean, because it's been Twitter for so long. Like it's the rebrand just so suddenly is yeah X.
but
And I
yeah,
don't
I
even
mean,
use it. I don't even use it. Like that's
me
another
neither.
thing. Like um, the only the only reason why I use Instagram because Instagram's more appealing because it has pictures. Like so, if and pictures are once again easier to go ahead and pay attention to.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't. That's it. That's how my social. That's my social media. So I have nothing on my social media like they have like
And it's
me.
interesting you say that too, because there's that classic saying, it's like a picture's worth 1,000 words. I, yeah, because it's gonna grab my attention faster than you reciting something to me. Man. Oh my God. I'm maybe you should save this side tangent for another time. I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, no, videos are actually the videos are way. I forgot what do you say. The videos are like 10,000 times more powerful. They're capturing attention, and or I'm getting. Don't quote me on these because I'm getting these numbers completely messed up. But what I the along with the point of the statement is that videos work. Still pictures just don't work. Perfect example is when I was doing the AI models. AI, they're cool. Like it's cool to look at a pretty picture, but videos will capture the attention way longer and way more than just a still photo.
And it's interesting too, because if you look at the history of like social media, the ones that have visual media definitely like excel. Like, oh, a perfect example. Even like every platform now. I mean, even your text messages, you can pull up a GIF, whatever you want to call it, anything. Like, it just like the text messages, like are kind of a social media. Not really. I don't. It's a platform to communicate. Anyways, like it's just MySpace, Tumblr, Reddit, Instagram, Instagram Threads, X, like all of these now have the option to add a picture. And that's fantastic because previously a lot of them couldn't. Instagram was always picture based, like you said, but Facebook is a lot of just text. But like, if you got your feed like a certain type of way, all you'll see is just big blobs of text. I'm not really trying to read all that, man.
Yeah, just long documentaries of like I'm not reading all this. Like that's why once again I noticed now that I'm still not even messing with Facebook. Like I probably cause for one I'm not even. I guess I don't know. When I guess the habits grow. Once you go ahead and you're not dealing with, and also I don't want to be distracted. I already got one horrible addiction. I don't need to go ahead and have multiple drugs all on my hand and shit. So I got all
Yeah.
these. Like, let me go ahead and see who's. No, I'd rather have one at a time if I can, please. But I didn't know it was 3 billion people. No wonder I'm so. And which also, okay, it's July 8th, and we've been doing it though. So I can go ahead and give myself kudos. I was about to be hard on myself. We actually are doing it. We're building a personal brand. Right, so
We are.
we
We do have to get. We have started something.
we
We
have
really
started.
have.
Right, we actually are building a personal brand right now, which is ideal because from what my sources told me, this is going to be the last year where it's going to be free. This is essentially free what we're doing, and then next year somehow, some way, prices are going to go up. Yesterday's prices and today's prices. Joe said it.
Yup.
Joe said it. Yesterday prices and today's prices. So yeah, I'm excited that, and I recommend everybody just make them. I don't care what you do, even if you have the longest pinky nail and you just want to go ahead and just promote that nail because you're just so proud of that nail. Promote this out that pinky nail with an Instagram page. I'm pretty sure you get all these type of nail salons reaching out to you. You get some polish advertisement, some branding and do it. And I think this is I don't even know if we even had like something detailed that we were gonna go ahead and talk about if we wrote anything down. But this comes into a point where we bring up a good point when I'm thinking about how things were and like how things are and like like the different aspects of how you can go ahead and make a livelihood. I think that's what I wanted to. That's what the thought that just came in my mind because that's the change that we're coming across. People jobs are not going to be available like for I can't secretaries like no if you call centers are going to be highly affected. I think call centers are going to be because call centers are too sloppy. And I think businesses in general they always have places where they waste a lot of money, like,
Yup.
especially if it's a large corporation. Perfect example. I think about this. Like I know it's not that much money, but still, like this is every day since I worked at United Rental, I get a cup of coffee in a plastic cup. Like every single day. Like I've been thinking about this, and I don't know why, and this bothers me, but I'm not doing anything about it because I'm like, listen, like I'm just a small cog in a very large gear. Like I think in my head, like man, we waste so many cups, we waste so much. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, and they spend. I don't want. They probably have like they don't probably don't even know how much they spend on like cups, and then the environment. I'm like, we waste so much. I'm thinking about all the waste associated just with just getting a cup of coffee on a daily basis. Like, I'm like, we could easily everybody can have their own cup, and we can wash our cups every day. Like, because
Yup.
there's a sink right next to the cup coffee maker. I'm like,
And dude,
I'm like,
when
what?
businesses notice that and when they realize that, like man, like I do it with customers all the time. I'll literally audit a whole entire wireless account. They'd be like, I didn't even know I had that.
Like I know, like when you see costs and then you see waste. Like I see that having an expense, but when you have a wasted expense where that money is not, it's being spent on where you can easily just not be spending that money. I'm like, and that's just a small minor like thing. Like let's talk about. I can only imagine real problems that they associate that they have to deal with, which I could tell they're trying to fix now. Hmm. You know what? I'm not, you know what? I could, but this is the thing. I don't want to be locked into making United Rentals better. I don't.
Yeah, no, yeah, 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 yeah.
But I may say something like that is very selfish. But it would go ahead and do is that since I am currently there, if I just make the tools and I use the tools and I test the tools out, and essentially I'm still doing what I wanted to do anyway. but I'm just using them as and
It's like a
their
guinea pig. Yeah.
in an essence like so I
Using
have
them
to
as
get out of
homework.
that. That's pretty much, just using them as like a little test subject, But it will benefit them, and they will pay me. Perfect example, man. I don't know why I'm not more enthusiastic about trying this out because I really should try this. So this month, and I'm looking at this mosquito right now. Me and the
Dude, you
mosquitoes been
getting
fighting
eaten up over there, bro.
ever since I've been outside. Like they just, and I knew this summer was gonna be like this, but it's comfortable outside.
It was beautiful outside today, man.
Yeah, it's do we got it? Okay, we're gonna edit that one. All right, look. Um, the my pay they pay they. I think we had this conversation. I think I had 49 over 49 accounts were over the threshold for them to pay me for the bonus or the commission. It's not a bonus, it's commission. So it's
Hmm.
like $35 per account. So my commission just for the threshold, then they give you an extra 350 on top of that. My commission was where you go? My commission was I think 2003 $335 just off of just activations. And then of
Hmm.
course there was like a little bit more from just written revenue, actually writing a reservation. So it was a good check. But it was mainly because people were because companies were renting equipment. So it was like in my territory of 1,800 accounts. And it seemed like they're adding more accounts. Like I said, some of the accounts are, maybe not being used, some are old, but at least like let's just say 1,000 of the accounts may have potential. Like maybe potential account. Oh, let's just go ahead and be a little bit more conservative and say 800. Like have real potential. I did the math, and if I can get like at least 300 accounts to just rent some equipment, like these accounts are active businesses. Like the amount was like $17,000 or something that they had to pay out for that month and. Like I don't have to go ahead and they don't have to rent. They just need to go ahead and use the service. The rental could be anything, but if they actually have a need for it, then boom, like I get paid for that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
the only thing that's missing, and the only reason why this job is kind of boring, is because it's doing it the slow way. So if I could just go ahead and, like I said, collect all those emails, like for as of right now, I don't even have to. There's no rule against me sending emails to them about renting. So I can even make AI modified advertising and marketing about the job if I wanted to. Like nobody's
That's
done that before
true.
because it's
Yeah.
unprecedented. Like basically I'm a digital marketer because I now these are my accounts, so it's not like I'm like it's a solicitation. These are actually genuine accounts that they have. Like
Yeah,
that's
like
how
it's a repeat customer. Like
yeah,
that's
like
your client.
but and I was the issue is that well not a issue, but there is a program that allows you to go ahead and if any businesses know if that happen to scroll up and listen to this, well, what the tools that I have access to and the tools that are available to you to go ahead and get is all those old leads that have been sitting just chilling in your database, your CRM. It's recapturing those leads and bringing them back to life and just going ahead and just you literally just having AI just hey hitting them up from either every month or every 3 months, or starts off and just recapturing those leads through simple text messaging or email, and then then the AI actually responds through text or it's mainly text. So phone numbers, it works very well. Email, I'm not 100% sure, but I know 100% through text messages. You have phone numbers, the AI goes back and responds and go ahead and capture those leads and go ahead and find that they have interest, and then we'll let them know like, hey, let's get you booked for an appointment and get your salespeople on it to go ahead and get those and capture revenue for people that actually are interested. Most people won't, some people won't, but the people that are interested would definitely recapturing those leads and bringing in revenue for marketing that you already spent money on.
Yo, there's no point either, like in not doing it too, because you're leaving money on the table if you are, especially because you're making it sound so easy, and it's not easy, but it's simple. I really love that saying because everything's a lot of things are easy, are not easy, but they're simple, pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that taking that action, getting that started, that's where people really struggle. I
Yeah.
mean, with AI now, I don't have to really worry about sitting there and typing up a specific email to each one of 1,800 clients, right? So it's just a matter of you using the tool AI to go ahead and do that. Because realistically, I mean, they talk about it like this in my job. I'm my own business. Everybody who calls into me is a customer of mine. So like I got to be proud of that. I got to uphold that like consistently. It's his business. So if he were to go ahead and email it, and we've already talked about it, like sometimes phone calls aren't always the best or the most convenient, but a text message and email. I mean, I got text messages from Monday, my birthday, I still haven't replied to. I mean, it's really easy. I'm just feeling kind of lazy,
Yeah.
but I can reply tomorrow, which is flexible, and that's convenient for business owners because there's a lot of constraints. Boom. Do that to 1,800 people. And what's nice is it could be more than 1,800 people too. Like you said, his book's growing. Let's say you tag on another 1,800. Boom, that's 3,600
Ooh,
clients.
ooh,
Dude,
and ooh.
you could
Just think
still,
about the.
with one button, just send all the emails. But go ahead, go ahead. That sounds like he's about to say
No,
some heat.
because this is the good thing about it. If you stay ahead of the curve. Now, eventually, like this is some that I remember. Todd told me about when Google Ads first came out, and he was selling insurance. He said Google Ads first came out and nobody was using it. He said I learned how to use Google Ads, and I started going ahead using Google Ads to get people to buy insurance. That wanted to buy insurance. So eventually, once I do it, like maybe like 3 months, like I wonder if I could perfect it. Not perfect it. Perfection is if I could get it to work. And
Yeah,
then
don't get stuck on perfection, y'all, because you'll be stuck
it's
there
not
forever. But you
because
just got to get
perfection
it to
is
work.
if I can get it to work, and let's just say you do this in your business. I mean, at your job, like at your job, because with salespeople and they pay them commission, so them benefiting from this just as much as we are. So let's just say I get away with it for like 6 months. 6 months of me not doing a thing because I'm not doing a thing. All I'm doing is just telling the people like, I mean, I'm working, of course, but I'm really not working like they want me to work. Like, I'm
Dude,
working,
the way you
but
said
not
that was so
really.
funny, bro. It was like, I'm not working. Well, I am working, bro. He's like,
Like, but it's just like, but the check that they have to pay out at the end of the month is like 17,000 only because all you did was just let every person know that has an active account, like, hey, you can rent from United Rentals, right? Hey,
that's a really big
you
thing
know,
about AI is I think volume.
volume. Yes,
Volume is
the
ridiculous.
word of the day is volume.
And a perfect
Volume.
example is what we were just talking about too. It can be 1,800, it can be 18,000 clients. AI got it. There's,
Man,
why do you think they're
and
building freaking databases the size of, I don't know, apartment complexes or like whole strip malls?
and we had and consumer. Now people, AI in the beginning. See, in our wonderful capitalistic society, the odds are already uneven no matter what, because a lot of us want to be consumers, which is perfectly fine. Then actually go ahead and be producers, which is a-okay. Nothing's wrong with that. But the thing is, with AI now, AI has turned the ones that want to be producers. All you've done is just gave us a superpower, and now we can go ahead and touch like 10 times the amount of people. I'm sorry, 100 times the amount of people that you did touch like 3 months ago. Do you know how amazing that is when it comes to your profits? Your profits and your bank is like the only problem you have is that how you gonna go ahead and fulfill all these orders. However, if you're selling a digital product or a digital service, you've already got the supply. You already have
Yep.
the infrastructure available to take care of these needs because AI can handle it. AI is a depending on what tool you're using, it handles the volume,
Well, and
the
it's
traffic.
another easy way to look at it too, to highlight your point and bring it home. We got 1,000 ebooks or digital products in one hand, and then we have 1,000 hardcover books in the other. Dude, it's such a dude. You know how expensive it is to make 100 books, 1,000 books, and the digital product, you don't have to pay for a physical resource. All you have to spend is your time, and then it's a downloadable file for anyone behind a little price wall, of course. You gotta make some money. You gotta be profitable off of it, otherwise you're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm. And
mean,
now,
it
now you
increases
can make.
profit margins. It makes the digital book is just so it's easier. It doesn't require, it legitimately is easier. You don't need as many people. You don't need connections. You don't need a printing press. You don't need a
You don't need a
publisher.
publisher.
Yup. Like, you just put something online, and if anybody wants to buy it, they buy it. That's
To
it.
these 3 billion people that happen to just be
On
active users
Instagram.
on Instagram. Like, you know what? I don't even blame these females out here having online OnlyFans on Instagram. Now listen, look, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're taking judgment from these people out here judging you because you decided that you want to go ahead and create an OnlyFans account. Baby, listen, look, you create yourself an OnlyFans
Make
account
that
when you
money.
got 3 billion people on Instagram. You are out here saving lives. You say out of those 3 billion people and whoever that went onto your Instagram account, you saved at least 2 people lives per year because he was willing. He was at the end. He was about to jump off the cliff. He was done. He seen you. He went to your OnlyFans and you brought life back into that man. You brought life back into that man somewhere in Pakistan. That I'm telling you, like 3 billion people,
You can't make this up, y'all.
3 billion. Like, listen, like to make 10,000. Now as this time, and this is what our goal is to like, or this is what our intentions. We are intentionally monetizing what we're doing. We're gonna go ahead and this is oh
Dude, dude, I'm not mean to interrupt you again, but you know what would happen if each person on Instagram gave you 1 penny? You'd get $30 million.
30 million from
Each
one
person,
penny.
literally a
How
penny. They
how
don't even
how
make
can
those anymore.
how can they even do it? How can they oh yeah, you
They
can
they,
easily
they
just
can't.
Apple Pay.
Yeah,
You got
it's like a
Apple or
minimum.
Google. Apple or Google Pay you. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. That's
Like, dude,
crazy.
that number, like the 3 billion
One penny.
is what's blowing my mind. Because
And let's go ahead because let's go ahead and break down exactly this 3 billion. I want to go ahead because you got to keep in mind that. Good job. See, AI gives me an overview, in which I don't even have to go ahead and look for what I wanted to look for. It's already telling me, like, yeah, this is what I knew you wanted to ask. India is the largest market, boasting over 480 active users. Because India has a
400. Oh
lot of
yeah, well
people.
that's half their population right there. They're a
Yeah,
seventh of the population of the world.
yeah, yeah. And they have four. Now, once I said, hey, you may grab attention from India. United States ranks second with 181 million users. Right.
That's half of our population as well. I mean, that makes sense too. It lines up. Half the population of the world and the half of each country's population is using Instagram.
Brazil, which I find so interesting, follows closely in third with roughly 147 million users. I did not know that.
What's Brazil's population?
I don't know. Let's see. I did not know Brazil came in third. Brazil has 213.6 million people, the largest country in South America and the seventh most populous nation globally. Brazil accounts for roughly
Really? I need to look at the world
2.6%.
demographics because that's a crazy drop off to be number one at billions of people and then number two. Well, I guess China's right there too, but I'm surprised. Yeah, wait, hold on. China's not. Where's China on
What?
that list?
They can't use. They cover what's going on, man. Their government doesn't allow them to use Instagram.
At
Let me
all?
make sure. Let me make sure I'm correct. I think China can. Yeah, I don't
Dude, I
think
didn't
China
know
can use.
that whatsoever.
Let me make sure because we go ahead. I don't want to go ahead and just be I think it's called a dilettante. Or I'm not. I gotta make sure I look up the word dilettante. Yeah, no, Instagram is blocked in the mainland of China due to the
Oh
Great Firewall.
wow.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
So yes,
wow.
they don't they had because if so, man.
What about Facebook? No Facebook there either?
Well, if Instagram is no Meta came with China. Nah, Meta. They don't. Facebook.
Dude, I actually
Nah.
didn't even know. I hope somebody this just blew somebody else's mind. I legitimately like this just brought to my attention that yeah, I don't see a lot of China social media at all.
Yeah, like that's been like that I think for a very long time.
Well,
I
dude, it's
didn't know.
interesting too. One thing I learned about, and every country's government's crazy, but like like Russia, for if you travel to Russia, there's like a 24-hour SIM restriction on your phone, no matter what.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Dude, yeah, there's like crazy local laws in other countries when it comes to like some of the stuff about social media, technology, phones. Like,
I can understand that though. Once again, I can understand that. Like in this, because it's better to be a samurai in a garden than to be a gardener in a battlefield. I hope I said that.
ooh,
I
where
hope
did
I said
that
that quote
come
correct.
from? No, that sounded
I
perfect,
I
dude.
I
It's
I
better to be a
hope.
samurai in a garden than to be a garden in war.
A gardener in a war. It's because it's way better to be more cautious than to go ahead and then just let somebody slip in and then one of these Mission Impossible theories pop off in their country. Like you're better off. United States is just too lax. Like
We are very, I mean, you know, we got amendments that protect our freedom of speech, really, like that, where that's why everybody wants to come here. You're free to do whatever you want, unless it's something the government doesn't like, and then you can't.
uh,
You're not free to do it.
yeah, like it's even that even the American dream is actually getting limited, and I believe like that. You better listen. You better take action. There was another thing he was talking about. He was misweighing bias. I think he called it the misweighing bias when you're not being urgent on the things that are important. You make an excuse of why you can't do anything when in
Productive
reality
procrastination,
that's yes, yeah,
filling up your
you know.
time with the smaller tasks instead of focusing on the big one.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. So if if no matter what, and the reason why, and I'll use myself as an
I was
example.
I was gonna say I'm a perfect example too.
Yeah, I'll use myself. The reason why I still work for, I'm not using these tools that I've learned. I've learned these and I've been knowing about these tools for probably about when it comes to AI. Let's just say 6 months now. All right, but I haven't really implemented. But I've learned a lot, and the I will say with the when it comes to the personal branding, we did get that done. We I am jumping in, but I've known about it for a while. I could have been locked in a long time ago, and I could have got we could have went ahead and got this seriously done. But I'm just like the times here I miss when I don't have to when no, that's not really the case. So uh, being being intentional or and not just and not making excuses for yourself like because they're
Yeah.
mostly just excuses. Yeah, they're mostly
Yeah.
excuses.
It's just about taking action. I mean, sort of like we did. We've been doing it pretty consistently for a while, but one day, I mean, we are just like, yeah, we really got to start recording. So we got Riverside, and it took us some time, but we finally did it. 1% progress every day is better than no progress at all.
Yeah,
And that's really the mindset
absolutely.
you got to have too. I mean, and we brushed over really quickly, but you cannot be a perfectionist. You're
No.
you're gonna get stuck and you're never going to start because you keep giving yourself the excuse of, oh, this isn't perfect, let me work on that. And it is like a perfect way to sort of tie everything together, which I do think we're going to start wrapping it up here since we did talk about a lot. But I mean, yeah, you got to be intentional with your time. And to tap back in on something we spoke about earlier, I mean, we could sit here and do this all day, but I know if you get sucked in on Instagram, TikTok, and you look up and it's 3 hours, 2 hours have passed, you feel a little bit of guilt because it's like, damn, I just did nothing for 3 hours. Eh,
Nothing. It's
and it
just
what
nothing
and
at all.
that really isn't productive. A better way to look at it is, okay, I want to create a digital product, and I'm literally using myself as an excuse. Like, this is every part of this is true. I want to create a digital product, but I also want to vacuum my room. I want to go ahead and take care of all my finances and look into a few different stocks and stuff. I want to play my Nintendo Switch. I want to do laundry. I gotta go drop some stuff off and do some returns. I'm the type who has not yet made their digital product. But I did get everything else done, so I was like, okay, I've been productive. Meanwhile, one of the biggest things, top priority on my to-do list, has not been done. You just have to do it. That Shia LaBeouf, I know it was a meme and it still kind of is, but do you know where the actor Shia LaBeouf is literally just screaming at the camera, just do it, behind a little
Yeah.
green screen with a little black shirt, and I think he was wearing some jeans or something with the
Yeah,
tight little
yeah,
haircut, bro. Like, it's a meme, but it's true.
but it's true though. Like it's like yeah, like in fact, like you have to, cause Tony Robbins says this: motion creates emotion. So you have to move your body. You have to get yourself into the emotional state that you want to be in. And once again, I say this and I don't practice, but I love that. And also, I want people to know too. These talks also refresh yourself and brings these lessons of yourself. Consider these talks, even if no one listens. Like we said this in the beginning podcast, which we're going to release. I'm gonna have to get those out, but we're doing this for ourselves more than we're doing this for you, but we're doing this together. Everyone's benefiting. We get to learn from teaching. We get to go ahead and remind ourselves and hold ourselves accountable because these are things that we want to speak into existence, the things we want to do, the things that we actually want to provide to the world. I think everybody, or at least I speak for myself when I say that, I just want to contribute to this world while I'm still here. Um,
Hmm.
you just I think every human being when they get on the earth, that's why when you're bored you like and you have nothing to do, you just feel horrible because it's not that you're not contributing to the world, but it's like what are you providing, because we're meant to go ahead and give something, give
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. That's why dead end jobs, when you're working at some shit you can't stand, it's not that the work isn't meaningless, it's just meaningless to you. It doesn't fulfill what you need to go ahead and give out to the world. It just doesn't reflect who you are. Every action that we do truly is a reflection of just the inner person that you genuinely are. So find jobs that go ahead and actually can mature and with you in that field, and they won't suck as much. It is one thing I definitely would recommend. But also get yourself into an emotional state to where you can go ahead and try, and I tell myself this, when you could try to go ahead and be of something to the world, because you never know who light you can be to somebody, especially when it's 3.2 billion people on Instagram. I ain't no telling who grandma. Old people love me first. Old people love me. I don't know how many old people are on Instagram, but it's probably a bunch of old people that I just bring joy to because old people bring joy to my heart. So you don't know who light you can be
You
to
don't know what's
whoever.
out there at all.
You don't. The unknown unknowns. And I think if you just and I say this, and I keep on bringing this up. I say this because this is a great way to remind myself. If you want to have a why, because why is what push you to go ahead and do things, to get things done. My why can be that I know somebody out there will benefit from me just going ahead and just putting this out, speaking, being seen. You just gotta have faith somewhere, and if you can believe that, then it will keep you moving. It'll keep you going. As long as you're not out here killing cats, and kittens and shit.
Yeah, yeah, and we don't want to go straight to violence or do something that is looked up like frowned upon based on the entire world.
Yeah, I
But
can't tell you that you
you
can be all
know,
you can be if you're out here, you know, doing stuff random.
but like a few highlights of today. I'll go backwards from most recent to what we started talking about. Um, you just gotta start today. My slogan for my personal brand or the Dividend Club is get that snowball rolling. Start today.
Yeah,
Anything, because it like 1% stacks up on each other. I mean, it might not be noticeable every day, but if you go to the gym for 6 weeks, and look in the mirror, okay, a little bit of difference. But if you're consistent and you look in the mirror like 2 years later, you're gonna be like, oh damn, this might not be noticeable right away, but it's definitely worth it. You just can't see it yet. Part of that is volume. Volume is important in just about everything you do. If you do something enough, then you'll get good at it. If you reach out to enough people, somebody's going to be interested. Just volume, and AI really helps with that. Segue just to slide, keep going down the slide. AI was a very essential tool. You can break it down to a million different ways for a genre of what you want to lock in on for 2 years, but you're gonna have to adapt. Otherwise, your job is at risk. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't, if you don't even look the direction of AI, it's gonna ram you in the back like a 18 wheeler on a highway and stop traffic. You are gonna keep going and you're gonna go into the wall. Like you're just gonna have to accept it. And then of course, just what was the first thing we talked about?
The very first thing, man, we started out so randomly. I think we talked about AI. We talked about Meta. We was talking about
Oh
how
yeah, just like
tools of
yeah,
Meta.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, which also is another thing which current news. Anthropic Claude allows you to use Claude Code Work. Now they're dropping a release on the app in the web version, and they're using it to the cloud, so you don't have to go ahead and you don't have to go ahead and store your work on the laptop. What that means from the article that I read earlier is that even when your laptop is closed, you see the if you see the post about developers kept their laptop open because they couldn't close it, so because they were finishing up a coding on a certain job Cloud was doing. Now you don't even have to do that anymore. Now the most fascinating thing is that if you can do it from your phone or from the cloud, I don't know what Cloud Code can really. I don't know the power of Cloud Code just yet, or Cloud Code Work, not Cloud Code Work. You know, and once I learn, I can just imagine it's giving access to once again more people. Like more people now is making it easier to use. Now I'm like, man, listen, like I recommend like jump on this bandwagon. It's not really a bandwagon. It's like learning how to use. It's like learning how to use electricity when you're just working with Tesla. Like you just out there working with Emerson. You like, yeah, we making this light bulb for real. How does it work? Let me show you. Like it's like, yeah, this is what's going down right now. Like they're like, let me show you how it works. I recommend you learn how to use this.
Yep, that's I think that's our biggest point and probably what we'll kind of title this. AI like proficiency is the top skill of 2020, the decade 2020.
Mm-hmm.
The 2020s, the AI is the pinnacle of it. Of course COVID happened, but
And it came in the middle too. It came in the middle. ChatGPT opened up to public chat in 2022, I believe, 2023, and it's only 2026. And it's just 2026. Technically, we felt like it just started, but now we're in the middle of 2026, going into 2027. Calendars are going to be coming out soon. Do you realize eventually we're going to be having pumpkin spice commercials? Pumpkin spice is right around the corner, people.
dude, so you got to start today.
Start today.
Start today. Whatever you are happy about, whatever intrigues you, whatever you just find fun, dude. Go ahead and collect rocks and start painting pet rocks again.
Oh, please do. Please, listen, that's so interesting. There's no matter what there is in the world. We said this on the last episode. I said this on the last episode. No matter what it is in the world that you are interested in, there is someone that is just as interested as you are. Some things you won't be able to go ahead and advertise. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know this right now. So don't be blaming me talking about what you said. Somebody out there liked it. Yeah, I. Okay.
Keep some
Yeah.
things to yourself.
Keep some things to yourself. But if it's a pet rock, show the world. Show you're gonna have a following of, and people are gonna start sending you rocks, and you're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's all about community. We're social people at the end of the day. But we thank you guys for chiming in and being a part of our community. We look forward to the way this is going to grow. And again, I want to emphasize this. We love feedback. So if you are watching this, whether it be a YouTube short, it be on Instagram, leave a comment. Let us know what you think, or tell us what your opinion is on some of the stuff we talked about. I don't care. Your interaction means anything and everything to me. So whatever you want to do, tell me about your day. Whatever you want to do, the comments are open.
Yeah, because we're not, and we want to provide value. That's why we're doing it. But in essence, we don't know what we're just out here talking. These are thoughts and opinions based off of two individuals that are currently living in the same world as you. But we do work on building our personal knowledge to specialize in what we say and what we speak to you. So you at least know that we put effort towards and we're intentional towards the information that we provide to you. We're just silly while we're doing it.
Yeah,
I'm just, it's, but
authentic. No point in making it boring.
eventually, if you feel that you are just like this, because all we are doing is having conversations. Now, Alex has a communication degree, so he actually is specialized in communicating to you. I just got a lot to say, so I'm just talking. Yeah, like that. That's it. Like that's all it is on my side. So, um, you know, hopefully it blends together and it makes sense to you, and you come back and it encourages you to go ahead and do the same thing on your side. Once again, we got 3 billion people on Instagram, and we're not even including YouTube. Somebody's gonna benefit. Just do.
Yeah, but we thank you guys. We will talk to y'all soon, but stay in touch if you want to stay ahead of the curve because we got y'all.
Got you. Peace.